Hello everyone. So today we are going to see the process of recruitment for freshers in any company, whether it is through off campus or on campus. So there are four steps which the people normally follow. The first one is the test, the written test, or the aptitude test. Okay, basically in this written test, they cover aptitude, they also cover English communication, and they will also cover your basic programming knowledge or your basic subject knowledge. If you are trying for IT company, they will try check your basic programming knowledge. If you are trying for electronics or other companies, they will check the corresponding knowledge. So these are the things they normally check in the written test. This written test is mainly done to filter out many students so that they can move on to the next process. Once the written test is completed, the next step will be group discussion in most of the companies, or it is called as GD. So why they conduct this group discussion is, no, they give topic to set of students like 5 or 10 students, or even more, right? And then they judge the communication based on the discussion, because they don't want to spend time each and every one. So they give a topic to a group, and from that they select a few people if their communication is good. Okay, that is the second step. Once they find out this person has a good communication, then they move on to the third step, which is the technical interview. In the technical interview, they ask you, know about basic programming. They ask you about the basic subject knowledge. They don't go very depth, especially for freshers. They ask you basic knowledge about fundamentals, right, from your subjects, whatever you learned throughout your engineering. So they ask you basic questions. They also check your basic programming knowledge. For example, they will give you a simple program and ask you the output of the program, or they will ask you to write simple programs, right? And they can also ask you specific topics, on programming, right? And then they will ask you to write a simple program to illustrate the topic, right? So these kind of programming skills they will test, right? So, and they can also ask you about your project, your final year project. They can ask you anything about your project, what you did, what are the softwares you used, what about the hardware in case if you used any hardware. So they can ask nook and corner about the project, right? So, but the questions, like on the subject and the programming, it will be not be very advanced. It will be like very basic to test your skill, and they will also check your communication again in the technical interview. So once you pass the technical interview, the last step will be the HR interview. HR interview is normally, most of the time for the freshers, it is normally a formality. They will, because for the freshers the salary package is mostly fixed package. So they will